In this video, I'm going to show you exactly what happened on this particular trade where we got all the way to 1 to 17 risk reward ratio. I'm going to break down the strategy I used to catch this beautiful trade. All right, so make sure you watch to the very end as I show you everything. All right, let's get started right now. Okay, so earlier on to yesterday, if you actually watched the previous video, you can see that I was actually looking to sell from this particular level right here. I was looking for sales on NASDAQ at this particular area. However, when the market opened today, you can see that the market didn't actually go to the upside. It ended up going to the downside right here. Since I had an idea to actually sell from up above right here, I was like, okay, why not take a trade so that it takes me to the upside so that I'm able to actually sell when the market gives me an opportunity, right? So this is exactly what happened. So we can see that right here, the market gave us a nice drop based rally. So we saw the market gave us a drop based rally and broke of structure to the upside right here. Let me show you what is happening on the 5 minutes time frame and everything, right? So you can see that we had a nice drop base in the rally with a break of structure to the upside. Apart from that, we saw the market coming down right here, and then also we had the Asian session right here. So I literally just waited for the Asian session to be taken out right here. Once we took out the Asian session, you can see that the market actually reacted after taking out the Asian session, came to our POI right here. So once the market reacted to the upside, and then I waited for it to actually drop. Once it came to this level right here, tested twice, then I was able to actually buy from here. And as the market continued to push in our direction, I continued to trail my stop loss. As you can see, I continued to trail my stop loss all the way until we reach around this level right here, where the market gave me a deep pullback right here, and I got out from here with about 1 to 11 risk reward ratio, only for the market to actually go all the way to my take profit right here. So let me just show you everything what was happening in our private community right here. So this was the signal I sent in our private community right here. A nice drop based rally with break of structure, and then market coming to our area right here. So once the market came here, I was able to execute this trade with 10 pips stop loss and 170 pips target, making it a 1 to 17 risk reward ratio. Soon after we entered, we can see that the market started to push in our direction. And at this particular area, I was able to ask the community to actually go break even. Why? Because the market had taken out this high right here. And that's how we're able to actually enter a break even on this particular trade. And then soon after that, we saw the market continue to push in our direction, and we were up over 5 at the particular point. So I had to ask the community to actually throw their stop loss to about 1 to 2 risk reward ratio. Hence, you're able to see it right here. So at this particular point, we had secured about a 1 to 2 risk reward ratio so that if the market decided to actually reverse, would still be profitable, right? And you can see that after that, the market continued to actually push in our direction with big momentum candles right here. 2 hour right here, and at this particular point now we're up like 7 hour, and we had secured about 5 hour at this particular point right here, and that we're just a few pips away to actually reaching our target. And then after that, see what happened. The market decided to actually decide to reverse when it reached at this level right here. So we can see that the market was reversing with these candles right here. I was like, this is not safe. And if you look at the time, we are approaching 14:30, and we're expecting some news events today. I was like, okay, guys, let's get out of this particular trade, because at this particular point, the market can literally go all the way to the downside. And that's how we're able to actually get out on this particular trade with a 1 to 11 risk reward ratio. And everything was communicated step by step. And as you can see, the market didn't quite come here, and you saw the market just push to the upside and go all the way till the take profit right here. And remember, we exited this trade at let me just show you, at this level right here, about 1 to 11 risk reward ratio. Then the market ended up going all the way to 1 to 17 risk reward ratio. I didn't want to risk this because this market would have easily gone to the downside and you'd have walked away with nothing. I mean, with about 10 pips, 10 hour, right? So we had to go out with about 11 hour, and it was nice like that. And this is exactly what ended up happening on this particular trade. And as you can see, my anticipation was to actually sell when the market came to this area. If you don't watch this breakdown, make sure you watch it. So I was looking to sell when the market came to this area right here. Let me just show you what ended up happening. So the market actually ended up coming to my area, and my plan was to sell like this. Okay, so my plan was just a stop loss here and to target the lows right here. It was about 640 pips. Make sure you watch the other video right here. So this was the idea. So the reason why I actually even decided to actually take a buy, it was because I was anticipating to sell at this particular area right here. So after the market actually came to my take profit on the buy trade right here, you can see from here that the market actually ended up starting to react exactly as I thought it was going to do right here. So we saw a nice rejection from this level right here. And once I had that rejection, I was like, guess what? This meets my criteria. This is exactly what I was waiting for in the market. I had to execute and sell on this particular trade right here, where with about 37 pips stop loss and a 640 pips target, which was targeting this level right here. And you can see that as soon as we entered, we saw the market dropping in our area, in our direction. You can see that the market was already moving in our direction. About at this particular point, we're up like 1 to 3 risk reward ratio right there. 1.13 risk reward ratio right there. And then guess what? I was able to ask the community to actually go break even. Immediately we're up about one hour plus. I was able to ask the community to actually go break even right here. And it didn't take much time before the market decided to actually push to the upside, and we were taken out on this particular trade right. As you can see from here, the market ended up going against us, and we ended up going out with a break even, at least without taking a loss right here. We saw a nice drop. However, the market ended up going up against us, taking us out on the second trade, and the market seems to be pushing down right. It just wanted to actually take these people out, and then the markets continue to push the downside. Today was absolutely crazy. It was a very busy day and very profitable day. Very profitable, right? Let me show you another trade that we took on gold right here. It was the first trade I took. Let me show you right here. So you can see that around 7:16 in the morning, we saw this nice drop base rally. You guys know that gold has been pushing to the upside of late now. So you can see that we had a nice drop base rally with break of structure right here. Apart from that, we saw the market giving us liquidity right here after taking out the Asian session. Guys, once you understand how important the Asian session is in terms of the supply and demand strategy, the advanced supply and demand strategy, guys, you can't take a trade without waiting for the fake out of the Asian session. So for me, I always make sure I wait for that. So this was taken out, and I was able to actually send this signal with a 11 pips stop loss and 222 pips target right here. And then soon after we entered, we saw the market beautifully pushing in our direction right here. We saw the market really pushing to the upside, and then we took out the highs right here. And after that, guess what? We were able to ask the community to go break even right there. And then after that break even, what happened? Let me just show you in a minute. We saw the market beautifully pushing to the upside right here. At this particular point, we're up like 9 hour, so we had to secure 5 hour in profit. Trade management is very important. So we secured about 1 to 5 risk reward ratio. And guess what? The same thing that happened on this particular trade right here. We ended up seeing the market continue to push the upside with nice momentum. And this particular point, I had to ask the community to secure about 10 hour in profit at this level right there by trading the stop loss to this price right there. After that, guess what? The market decided to actually start reversing, just like on Nasdaq right there. So we saw the market start to reverse, and I was like, okay, guys, let's just get out right now before things turn sour. So we exited the gold trade with about 12 hours. Guess what happened? Let me show you. So guys, you have to know how to manage these trades. Otherwise, you will let winning trades turn into losing trades, which is very bad. So let me just show you exactly what was happening right here. Right here. So overall, gold was bullish, you can see. So we had, this is a setup right there. So we had a drop base rally break of structure, liquidity, which was left right there. Okay, then we go to the 5 minutes time frame. So liquidity was taken out, agent session was taken out. Let me show you how I entered this particular trade right here. Okay, so you can, if you zoom in right here, you're going to see that the market tapped into this area after taking out the Asian session, and then it pushed to the upside. So I waited for the market to push to the upside to actually show me that it wants to change direction. So we had a change of character on the lower time frame, which is very, very important. So after this change of character, I had to wait for the market to pull back. And once I had this pullback, guess what? I was in. So we entered this particular trade, pushed back to the downside a bit, and then we saw the market going all the way here. Unfortunately, we had a very, very aggressive pullback to the downside. This is the aggressive pullback you're able to see right there. So after that, we just let the market run because our stop loss was already at break even. So we just had to let it go. And then guess what? The market decided to push further in our direction right here. We saw the market now push all the way. And as soon as the market did that, we continued to trail our stop loss. And then eventually, remember, this is at the level where I had to actually get out from. Guess what? The market ended up going way past that level right there. And if we didn't do that, would have probably ended up with literally nothing on this particular trade. One thing I love about this is that we were able to communicate everything step by step. Trade management was on point, everything, the exit strategy was on point, and it was just amazing. So we took three trades today. We took an 11-hour trade on Nasdaq. We took, which is this one right here. Which one? Here. And then we took a 12-hour trade on gold, which was very, very nice. And we took a break-even trade on Nasdaq again. What a way to start a new week. We started a new week with a banger. It was absolutely amazing. All we did was simply execute our proven strategy. That's all. This week, today, I didn't do anything special. All I did was just follow my strategy, and that's all I did. So you have to have a proven strategy that you back tested and forward tested. And all you have to do is continuously execute your strategy regardless of the outcome of the previous trade. And that's all I preach. It's very, very important. It's my hope that you found value in this video. If you have, make sure you subscribe, like the video, comment in the comment section, and let me know what you've learned in this video. All right, you guys, until next time, goodbye.